Hey YouTube, my name is Gawd and you're watching Gawd Cafe. Today we're going to make a video about Venus in the 12th house. So, Venus is the planet that rules love, beauty, relationships, money, that's Venus. Excuse me. Then you have 12th house. 12th house is ruled by the planet of Neptune. Neptune rules Pisces. So, Venus in the 12th house is actually a great placement. Reason being is that, Pisces is exalted in Venus. So Venus in the house of Pisces has a great understanding of the house. However, self-sacrificing could be at the ultimate high, to the point that self-sabotage may be, the primary theme here when there's a lack of self-love, or if there's so much love for others outside of yourself. It means nothing for you to, be so in service to others. And it's beautiful. I'm not saying to disown that trait at all. However, there's a imbalance because of it, and it is perhaps making your soul feel depleted, and you're not understanding why. And the reason being is that you need to give yourself that love first. And I know it may go over your head a little bit like, what do you mean? I do my self-care practice every morning. What are you talking about, Gary? Not really talking about that. I'm talking about when you look in the mirror, have you healed your inner child and its insecurities surrounding things pertaining to Venus? What you think about your beauty? What you think about, your relationships? And the thing is, because, the house here is Pisces. There's such a dualistic take on how you perceive, how you love, and how others love you back. There can be, a little bit of delusions with expectations. You may expect too much because you're expecting what you would give and offer, which is, I completely understand that because I'm cut from the same cloth, until you realize that can, set yourself up for, back-to-back disappointment, in turn making you tainting your heart a little bit. So you kind of want to understand that prior, that, it's very important to make sure that you're looking out for yourself before others, because if not, you'll fall into a overly self-sacrificing place. Now, I understand that this placement can make you feel like any sort of love you show to yourself is perhaps too egotistical or selfish, and I think it's a trait you've hated for so long that you would die before exuding a pinch of it. But it's very important to understand that you may have to reword selfish, or use a different word, self-full, or, self-fulfilled. Self-fulfilled rather than selfish. When you're self-fulfilled, you're able to multiply your love and be there for yourself and others on the level that you want to be. So as long as you exercise some sort of self-love, you are in the right track. And perhaps I'm speaking about something, perhaps I'm speaking about the person you used to be. If this is not the person that you are now, and you have achieved that self-love, if you have, then your next step is to understand how to cultivate that love into the arts, perhaps, or something with beauty related, whether it's business and beauty or creativity and beauty. But this is a very, very creative placement as well. Venus, yeah. It's basically a Venus and Pisces type of thing going on here. So, you have access to the most therapeutic creativity that could change the world. And the key here is to understand that there needs to be a balance of what you do when it comes to your heart space. You need to make time for yourself and, rest and restore in isolation in order for you to have enough energy and love to show up for other people without feeling drained or hindering what you have going on, because by default you'll entertain over, self-sacrificing. Now, the way we fix this for you is, like I said, if you do put yourself a little bit more first and just maybe like knock out the things that you want to knock out. Like, do not like pick up those phone calls because a friend needs you all the time. If it's stopping you from, getting this done, you may have to go and do not disturb, something I have to do, because if not, I'm gonna feel like I'm a terrible friend and I'm not being a good human. And then if they blow up my phone, I'm gonna like lose concentration and give in. So because people could love you on this level, because of how much peace you may be able, because of how much peace you're able to, offer to those around you, and the love that's unconditional that you're able to offer, a lot of people might pull on and tug on your energy a lot, and you don't have to get upset with them or always answer because you don't want to have a bad rapport with them. Understand this, that the most important relationship in this reality of yours is the one with yourself. Because if you're not in good standing with yourself, how would you ever be in good standing for a long period of time with anyone else? It would be just short-lived. So it's very important to sustain that self-love and to exercise perhaps some sort of routine that enforces you to just, make sure you act on yourself or love on yourself before you make yourself available to the world. So it's very important to do so. It's the way you multiply your energy and you're able to like literally not feel drained. It will make you seem more, I guess, like godlike or holy, or, more in your spiritual, being, your higher self. Like, it will make you feel more empowered. Even me making these videos in a way is an act of service, like waking up, doing this. Phone is on do not disturb, by the way. Because if not, a phone call could come in and stop the video, right? Or someone may hit me with something personal, which I'm always there for. But life happens, right? And time is going. So, yes, it's important to be there for the ones that you love. But if you're not there for yourself, what is this life? Because I promise you, and you know this, no one's going to be that unconditional loving like you are. So I think you could kind of spare, having to do it all the time. For some reason, there's this like weird energy that makes us kind of like, have to, like, because I'm out, in 12th house native as well, and sometimes an energy makes you just feel like you have to be a good person, even if it's like pointless, just to like almost ease the edge off the moment, right? And I think it's like sitting, I guess, on that discomfort and keeping it moving. It's not going to feel good to have to like choose yourself at first, because you're so used to choosing others outside of yourself. However, as when you witness and you observe life is happening, but you're not happening, and everything around you is happening, and everyone's able to come to you for support, and now you're not really heard or asked how you're doing, because now you're seen as like the mediator, the counselor, the psychologist of the group, or the mom or the dad, of the group, because of how caring and loving you are, and maybe how genuine you are and stuff like that. And it's great, but it can be a little taxing sometimes. So that's why I wanted to say that. Now, I did say that this is a very, very creative placement, that your healing for this world most likely is in the arts. So use your love and passions to create the art you want. You don't have to show anyone. That's another thing, my love. Get acquainted with the fact that some people won't understand your vision. So to kind of get discouraged because you show them something and then they don't really react the way you expect. Remember, high expectations is also something in this house, with the Pisces, Venus in 12th house. So you just don't let yourself get discouraged from existing the way you do. Understand that the things that occur outside of yourself is exactly as that, outside yourself. You know, sometimes it has nothing to do with you. Do not take it too literal and perceive that, you know, that's how people, you know, love on you or don't love you enough. You know, you want to stand clear from that and just remember your beautiful soul, what you're willing to offer this world, and how amazing you are. Stay in that, create in that, and then go about your day. And go ahead and make yourself be available to others at that point. Why? Because you checked off the most important thing. Setting an intention and what's it called? Loving on yourself first. You're able to multiply that water, you know. When you wake up, it's like your water's at the bottom of the cup. You need a little time to kind of catch the rain. You know what I mean? Like, clear yourself and take that, and then your water will like grow. And then when you feel really, you know, in your oats and just great about yourself, how could anything phase you in that state? A lot of the times people don't like when you come this way because perhaps it makes them feel like, oh, you know, why do you feel like that? You know, and it's really weird because it's like, too confident, there's a problem. Not confident enough, and everyone wants to be your friend but has a problem when you want to be confident, because you've all this time, your friendships, you've been the one that's been like the sidekick, there for everyone, and kind of like hindering your main character energy or just reducing it a little bit so that you could kind of like, you know, be there for others. But now it's time to be there for yourself. Anyway, my fellow Gawds, this is Venus in the 12th house. I will see you next time. My name is Gawd, and you're watching Gawd Cafe.